Hi everybody, my name is Alicia. Welcome back to Top Words. Today we're going to talk about 10 things to know how to say before traveling. Let's go. I'd like to go to. The first expression is I'd like to go to blah blah blah. I'd like to go to your hotel name. I'd like to go to attraction name. I'd like to go to the nearest station, please. This is an expression you can use with perhaps a taxi driver or maybe like a shuttle bus driver from your hotel. I don't know. So if you want to explain where you're trying to go, you can use this expression. I'd like to go to blah, blah, blah. I'd like to go to blah, blah, blah. In a sentence, I'd like to go to the Empire State Building. Number of people, please. The next expression is number of people, please. Number of people, please. By this, I mean like the number of people in your group. This is an expression you can use when you go to a restaurant. So if you're traveling with your family, for example, you could say 4, please, when you enter a restaurant. Or if you're traveling with one other person, you could say 2, please. So just the number of people in your group when you go to a restaurant. This can be just a small thing that you learn how to say so that you can quickly communicate with restaurant staff. So, in a sentence, 2 people, please. Numbers. Okay, next is just numbers. Numbers are very useful when you travel, especially if you're traveling to a place where the price tags for items might not be clearly displayed. So if you're going to maybe like a flea market, or if you're going to like a yard sale or something where the prices are not clearly marked, you can use your knowledge of numbers to ask about and to listen for prices of things. So if you know your numbers, this can be very helpful for you. And maybe you can also like protect yourself from getting charged too much money for something. In a sentence, wow, $50 for this sandwich? Thank you. The next expression is thank you. Thank you. So before you travel, make sure to study how to say thank you and maybe a few different ways that you can say thank you to people. Of course, the most basic form in English is thank you, but maybe consider thanks or I appreciate it or thanks a lot. So make sure to know how to say thank you before you travel. In a sentence, thank you for your help. Can you tell me where is? The next expression is can you tell me where something is? So if you need to ask for directions, you can use this pattern. Can you tell me where the bathroom is, for example? Or can you tell me where this restaurant is? Or can you tell me where this sightseeing spot is? So you can use this when you need to ask directions or when you're like in a department store or a shopping situation and you need help finding something. Can you tell me where something is? In a sentence, can you tell me where the station is? Excuse me. The next expression is excuse me, excuse me. So this is useful for if you bump into someone on the street or if you need to interrupt someone, like you need to approach someone with a question. You can sort of begin the conversation with excuse me and then maybe could you tell me where the station is? Or excuse me, I'd like to go to blah, blah, blah. So using excuse me can be a polite way to initiate, to begin a conversation with someone. Excuse me. So in English we have excuse me, or we have sorry as well, but sorry is used more for like an apology, like I did something wrong. Excuse me is just a way to say, like, I'd like to begin a conversation, but I recognize that you might be busy with something. So excuse me is like, you want to start a conversation. Sorry is like an apology. So I recommend using excuse me in English. In a sentence, excuse me, where can I buy a train pass? Where is the restroom? Okay, the next one is very important. Where is the restroom? Where is the restroom? So this is an important question, I think. So if you're out shopping or if you're like in a sightseeing location, it may be important to know where the restroom is. So where is the restroom is a nice one to use in English. You can say where is the toilet, but in American English, it might sound a little bit too direct. You could also use like where is the washroom, perhaps in British English. But generally, where is the restroom is quite a nice expression to know for English travel. In a sentence, where's the restroom? I'd like, please. The next expression is I'd like something, please. This is useful when you visit restaurants. I'd like a beer, please. I'd like a salad, please. You can also use it when you're shopping. So I'd like 3 of that t-shirt, please. I don't know why you need 3. Or I'd like 4 of these, please. So I'd like, again, that D sound. So the same I'd like as we talked about in the first word in this episode, I'd like to go to, we can use I'd like plus a noun phrase. I'd like something, please. Very useful for ordering and for shopping. So, in a sentence, I'd like a beer, please. How do you say in English? The next expression is, how do you say something in English? How do you say something in English? So, if you don't know the English word for something, but you want to know how to say it, you can ask somebody, maybe like a friend or maybe staff at your hotel, for example. If there's someone nearby that you can ask, you can use this question. How do you say this in English? You can point to something like, how do you say this in English? Just pick it up if it's like a water bottle in my case. How do you say this in English? Or like, how do you say that in English? You can use that expression and you can just point to the object to make it clear what you mean. So how do you say something in English? Do you speak language? The next expression is, do you speak language? So do you speak language? So if you want to check and see if the other person speaks your language, you can use this expression. So in my case, I would say, do you speak English? Or if you travel somewhere else, maybe if you're from like Vietnam, you could say, do you speak Vietnamese? Or do you speak Portuguese? Or do you speak Chinese? So you can ask people around you what languages they speak. If you have like an idea that maybe that person can speak that language, you can ask them, do you speak Japanese? So maybe a useful one. Do you speak English? Too. All right. In a sentence then, do you speak Portuguese? So those are 10 things to know how to say before traveling. I hope that those are a few good pointers for your next trip somewhere. If you have something else that you think is a good thing to know before you travel, let us know in the comments for sure. If you liked the video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and check us out at EnglishClass101.com for some other good stuff too. Thanks very much for watching this episode of Top Words, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.